Hi, this is Richard Quack here, coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to welcome you to my weekly live video. And in today's session, I would like to talk about personal development. And the topic is the only way to become successful is to do what successful people do. Do you agree with this particular statement? I think it's very true. All right. Now, success leaves clue. Don't you think so? Success always leaves clue. Successful people become successful because they have a pattern of excellence. They may not do it consciously. They may be doing it unconsciously, but they have a pattern of excellence. That means they do things on a subconscious level. They do things on a subconscious level that makes them successful. Okay, they may not know what they are doing, all right, but on the subconscious level they are doing it, and that makes them successful. Okay, so basically people who are successful, they have a pattern of excellence that they do that makes them successful, and people who fail are doing things differently. All right, now I'm sure you heard the term role modeling. Role modeling is very important. If you want to be successful, you got to role model or copycat people who are successful. All right, copycat people who are successful. So here, I will talk about 5 things that you can do to become successful. All right, but before that, can I see a show of hand here? How many of you truly wants to become successful? All right, if you want to become successful and you're committed to become successful, the good news is that you can become successful. Okay, so there are 5 things here I want to talk about. Number 1, be committed. Now, commitment is very important if you want to be successful. All right. Now, I want to talk about the difference between interest and commitment. A lot of people, they have interest. They want to become successful. They only have interest, but they don't have the commitment. You see, I ask people, would you like to become successful? Would you like to earn lots of money? Most of them will say yes, but they are not committed to make it happen. All right. You see, interest is just a wish. I wish it will happen, which will never happen which will not happen in your life. You got to have commitment. You have to sit down and say, I'm committed to make it happen. And when we talk about commitment, it is commitment with a formal structure. With a formal structure, that means you are committed, but you have a structure in place whereby what you're going to do every single day. All right, that is commitment with a formal structure. Now, the other thing about people who are successful, they start a project or something and they complete it. All right. But people who fail, they start something and they never complete it. You see, we are all creatures of habit. We do things because of habit. Without even thinking, we do things as a matter of habit. So basically, a lot of people have the habit of doing things and then after that, they abandon the thing. All right. They will never complete what they start. So that is a bad habit. If you have that habit, that means whatever you do, you will not complete. All right. So if you are one of those people, then you got to change your habit to somebody who start a project or start something, and then you make sure that you complete it. A simple example, even reading a book. All right. Reading a book, let's say. All right. How many of you really complete the book? Most people, they start reading the book, but then they don't complete the book. That's a good example, right? There are many things I'm talking about, business opportunity, about any project or courses that they take. They don't complete it. All right, from what I heard, according to statistics, people who buy courses online, they want to be successful, but you know how many of them actually, complete the course? Only 3%. 3%, that's all. 97% of the people pay good money and they don't complete it. You know why? Because it is habit. Habit is difficult to break. All right, so basically, you got to have the habit of completing all the things that you start. All right. Now, 2 things without fault. They do 2 things without fault. People who are successful, they dream and they act on their dream. Most of us have dream, but we don't act on our dream, or we are not persistent or determined enough to achieve our dream. All right, so people who are successful, they dream and they act on their dream. they are persistent. They take charge of it. All right. The people who fail, at the first sign of obstacle or challenge, they give up. All right. But if you want to be successful, you got to keep on going despite whatever challenges or obstacles that you face. You got to be persistent. That means you got to take charge of your life. All right. Now, according to Tony Robbins, he quoted, "There is no abiding success without commitment." That means you got to be committed to what you do. All right. Look at your life. You are doing something. It can be network marketing, it can be affiliate marketing, or whatever it is that you're doing. Are you committed to it, or you just have interest? Ask yourself. If you're not successful, that means you have only interest. You don't commit to make it happen. Because with commitment, you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. All right, so that's the first one. You got to be committed. Number two, you got to act confidently. Confidence is very, very important. So you got to practice confidence. People like Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Jeff Bezos, they have confidence. Now, a lot of people think that, when you become successful, then you will have confidence. But that is not true. You have to be confident first before you become successful. Confidence is a cause, and success is the effect. Act confident and you become confident. That means you got to act yourself to become confident. Then you become successful. Like the saying goes, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. This is very important. All right. Now, when I say fake it, that means, fake it, but not in the terms of, faking in the terms of showing people you are successful, buying expensive cars, move to a big house when you are not successful. Yeah, that is stupid. All right, that's not faking it. You are committing suicide, I would say. Okay. Now, do what actors do. Actors, they are very good at what they do because they go into the role. All right, they make themselves go into that particular role. So you got to think like a successful person. Like an actor, they want to become a successful person, they have to play that role. Okay? Or they want to be a hero, they got to play that role. So think like a successful person and you become successful because thought is very, very powerful. Thought is very, very powerful. What you think about, you will bring about. And you got to add your thought together with emotion, all right? Feelings and emotion. It's very important because when you set an intention of what you want, all right, that is the electrical charge. But to pull it back, the magnetic charge is actually your elevated emotion. All right, that is why people do not manifest what they want because they set the intention, but they don't have the elevated emotion. Emotion is very important, especially elevated emotion, like a feeling of pride, joy, love, gratitude, and so on. Okay. Now, the other thing is, if you want to act confidently, it is important to have the right physiology. All right, people who are confident, look at their physiology. All right, their breathing pattern, their posture, their interaction, and so on. People who are confident, they behave differently. Their physiology is different. I mean, you look at a good example, Michael Jordan, all right? Michael Jordan, the basketball star, right? Now look at his physiology. He walked with the shoulder high, all right, not hunchback. All right, and their posture is straight, all right, not hunch. And how they interact with people also very, very important. So act confidently. That's number two. Number three, be others-centered. Be others-centered. Most of us think about me all the time, right? Be others-centered. That means focus on other people. Focus on other people because when you help other people become successful, you yourself become successful. So focus on others. Like Zig Ziglar quoted, you can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. All right. If you can help other people to achieve what they want, you will eventually receive what you want as well. All right. Now, the other thing about success is not about how much money you make. All right. It's not about how much money you make. Oh, me. I got a big house. I got a big bank account and so on. All right. Success is not about how much money you make. That is what the world sees. That's what the world thinks about. But success is about the impact you leave on the world. What you have contributed to the world. All right. That is important. So success is what you have contributed to society. If you just help enough people get what you want, then you will achieve what you want. So here it is about the impact you leave on the world. That means you got to help other people become successful. The only way to become successful, honestly, all right, long-lasting success is helping other people become successful, especially in the business of network marketing. That's why I like this network marketing business, because of the philosophy. All right, you want to become successful, you got to help lots of people become successful. You build your success on the success of other people. All right, you cannot be successful on your own. Okay, so that's number 3, be other-centered. Okay. Number 4, self-esteem. Now, self-esteem is very important. You want to be successful, you got to have very high self-esteem. That means confident, you believe in yourself and so on. Believe in themselves. People who are successful, they always believe in themselves. They have powerful belief system, which is not shaken by other people. All right? For example, if you in a product-based company, all right, let's say in network marketing, you got to have a strong belief in your company and in your product. If you don't have a strong belief, then you will not be successful. All right, then you got to have high esteem. No matter what people say negative about what you are doing, you stand very strong. You have posture. That's what's important. All right, you have a powerful belief system. And basically, people who are successful, they know that they can do it. They believe in themselves. Not only do they believe in other people, they believe in the product or services, but they believe in themselves. That's the most important thing of all. So ask yourself, do you believe in yourself? Because the truth is that if you do not believe in yourself, don't expect other people to believe in you. You got to believe in yourself if you want to become successful, or else, nobody is going to believe in you. Okay, so you got to have high self-esteem, number 4. Now, lastly, number 5, high energy. Now, this is so important, all right? High energy equals to high income. You got to have high energy. That means, you got to act. Maybe you have to act yourself to be very excited, to have high energy. But of course, high energy comes from exercising, having enough sleep and so on. So there are a lot of things that goes to create high energy. But I believe that, if you want to be successful, you got to have high energy. The way you do things, okay, all with high energy. If you don't have high energy, then you will not be successful. All right, like here I'm doing this Facebook Live. The way I talk with energy. All right, I talk with energy. That is very important, because high energy equals to high income. If I talk in this manner, I don't know whether you will like it or not. By the way, I am Richard Quack, and I come from Malaysia. I mean, if I talk in that manner, there is no excitement, there's no high energy whatsoever. And don't expect to be successful. But of course, you got to create that image yourself. All right. Sometimes we are not born with it, all right, but we got to create it ourselves. Psych yourself up. That's the most important thing. Okay. So those are the 5 things that I want to share with you. So the topic for today is the only way to become successful is to do what successful people do, which is very important, because all of us here want to become successful, all right? And successful people, they have a pattern of excellence that make them successful, all right? So basically, there are 5 points that I talk about here that you can follow if you want to become successful. Number 1, you got to be committed in what you do. Commitment is very important. Not interest, right? Really commitment. Number 2, you must act confidently. Act confidently, all right? Remember that, you become confident, only then you become successful, all right? It's not the other way around, whereby you become successful, then you are confident. No, you have to act confident, okay? Number 3, be others-centered. Help other people. Think about other people. Focus on other people, helping other people. Then you become successful. Okay, number 4, you got to have high self-esteem. That means you got to believe in yourself and in what you do. All right, if you don't believe in yourself and in what you do, then you will never become successful because other people will not believe in you. Okay, lastly, number 5, you got to have high energy. Remember, high energy equals high income. All right, so that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something here. If you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. I appreciate your time that you spend with me here. Even if you give me a thumbs up, I appreciate it very much. Okay, so this is Richard Quack from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.